These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Claire article quote, "The central bank disables all electronic payment cards," and a source of the Euphrates News explains, quote, "MasterCard and Suge have been suspended, including Palm cards, pending instructions from the central bank," unquote. Claire says, noting that, quote, "most of the cards issued in Iraq are suspended due to a change in the central bank system and may return to work in the next 2 days. Frank 26 says, "I know we're looking for Tuesday or Wednesday for the budget to be completed, and it should have been, but look, it's the Middle East. You already know nothing happens quickly in the Middle East. That's just the way it goes. That's a fact of the Middle East. Don't get frustrated. Don't get angry about it. Remove the frustration. Replace it with a focus of truth. The truth that they are telling the citizens what is about to happen with their currency, with their monetary reform." All right, Pimpy says Iraq is starting to stop being a dual currency country. In other words, you can't use both US dollars and the dinar. They want to go down to where people can only use the dinar. This reduces people wanting to go back into the black market because the penalties can be very severe. If you want to protect your currency, just deal with the Iraqi dinar. It will grow in value. It'll grow in strength as people exclusively use the dinar. Think supply and demand. All right, Nader from the Mideast says we're waiting for the US Treasury for what they're going to say, what they're going to do. It's their decision now. Everything has been done by the book. The dollar has been banned. Now everyone can buy dollars now, only if you need them. All right, Caparoni says there's been a lot of talk, a lot of decisions lately to encourage investment. Parliament still hasn't passed any significant legislation, including the budget, stalled laws, etc. There are improvements going on in Iraq, and they're making progress towards diversifying their economy, but all of these steps take time. Hopefully, things will continue to improve over the next year or so. All right, Frank 26 article, quote, "temporarily suspending international financial transactions for MasterCard cards," unquote. Frank 26 says a pause to resume with a different exchange rate. All right, Breitling question, quote, "have you seen the Iraqi parliament take any more action steps that you thought would be required before they actually have an RV," unquote. Breitling says no, they've done everything they need to do. They did that about a year and a half ago. There is nothing. No laws they can pass. All their banking restricting them being compliant to the IMF. They're 100% compliant. So it's whenever they want to do it. Literally, someone can wake up and hit the switch. That's it. There is no more policy needed. All right, Militiaman Parliament is likely to vote on the budget law next Saturday. We heard that they were going to possibly do this on the 10th. They said they'd possibly do it on the 17th, and then they moved it to Saturday, 2023 to 34. Budget is likely a chess piece. They're moving them back and forth, and why? Because they're waiting on something, an exchange rate change. That's what I believe is happening. All right, Claire article, quote, "the European Bank Reconstruction and Development is expanding into Iraq." Another quote, "the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development announced on Thursday the shareholders' approval of the bank's expansion in Iraq and Africa, while confirming a study of proposal to increase the capital by between 3 and 5 billion euros, unquote. All right, Mark Z via PDK. Bankers are prepared for it to go anywhere from this evening to Monday morning. They are very excited. All right, Frank 26 says, "in my opinion, these last few days of the budget being finalized, they are reformulating the budget for the new exchange rate." Pimpy has an article quote here, quote, "Iraq and America discuss prospects for bilateral cooperation in the field of oil and energy," unquote. Pimpy says, "of course we like to hear this. This is where the United States has Iraq by the short and fuzzies." Excuse me. "The United States still controls a lot of what Iraq has, including Development Fund, which is part of that Executive Order 13303. And lastly, we have Mountain Goat that says, yes, they did vote on many provisions of the budget Wednesday, but did not complete it. The committee is now meeting to vote on its paragraphs and will be completed within the next few days. The committee has reached the final stages of resolving the general budget law, and we can expect it very soon. Remember also, this would be something that Iraq has never done before. First of all, a 3-year budget, and second, actually open it officially for projects to reconstruct their country. Wow.